So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's time for the weekly movie hunt. Yeah, we're going to go into some stores. We're going to look for some physical media. We're going to look for some action figures. Anything pop culture related, that's what we do during this hunt. I know there's no new releases this week, but we're still going to have some fun. So let's get into some stores. Enjoy the hunt with me. Then we'll look online, see what else came out this week, and then I'll close out the video. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Well, we're not going to run into Walmart, but we're going to casually walk. Look at this damn fog out here, man. It's like the mist. Hopefully nothing will try to snatch us up. So let's get into Walmart. Look, I know there's no new releases out this week, but let's just have some fun. Let's casually look to see what they got. They sold out of their Paddington and Peru Blu-rays. Got that 90s classics up there. Still got Sonic. Still got Flight Risk. What do you think of that cover compared to the Blu-ray? I said Blu-ray. The Steelbook. $27.96. Got the Batman Ninja. A Complete Unknown. I still haven't seen that. Let me know in the comments. Hey, they stacked up with damn Steelbooks up in here. This is cool. Here's the Dirty Harry one. $29.96. Got two copies of that floating around. Detective Pikachu. They got Twister. Got that Attacking Titan. On Titan, sorry. Got Renfield, Evil Dead, Escape Plan. They Live, Evil Dead Rise. Still got Oppenheimer, Dark Crystal, Drag Me to Hell. Damn, they're stacked with Steelbooks, man. This is a good spot. What's missing here? World War Z. Yeah, so check your Walmarts. Get you some Steelbooks on the off week. Over here, they moved Den of Thieves 2, Love Hurts. One of Them Days DVD. They still got 4Ks of Wicked. And then they've got the glow in the dark section. Let's just give it a glance here. Death Race, that doesn't even have a glow in the dark cover. Let's just make sure that they didn't add anything. Babylon 5, that movie, the Superman animated Megan. Got the Jaws quote cover. Godzilla -1, that's a pretty awesome cover. I wished it was a Blu-ray. I might would actually double dip. Twisters. That Night Gallery looks cool too.
Yeah.
And then there's the quote covers. Do they have anything new? They got a Wonka. I don't remember seeing that. It's a damn DVD. And the Dirty Harry collection. Once again, DVD, but at least they got some different quote covers in this store compared to other ones. And somebody came up beside me, so I had to stop filming. But here's the look at the rest of them. Pokemon, Lego, Trolls. Got two different Barbies. Oh, that's the Margot Robbie movie. And then there's the 10 movie collection. 10 Barbie movies. Who could survive that? Final Destination. We're going to watch that on the live stream. That's a good deal for those 5 movies. Got that Rambo collection. $25. That Vincent Price collection. Somebody told me it was cheaper online. I might check that out and see. And if so, I might have to think about doing a pickup on that. That George Carlin set's pretty awesome. Got a lot of the Cartoon Network stuff down there. They got some plushies over here. Look, South Park. Who's paying $17 for these little plushies? Deadpool. That's kind of cool. Universal Monsters, The Bride of Frankenstein. What is this? Even Godzilla plushies. Come on now.
You're killing me, Smalls.
They'll sell the rights to anything. Got a John Wick pop. It's kind of cool that you can put the blood and stuff on a pop and people don't seem to care anymore. I remember back in the day they wouldn't want blood on a figure. Fun. Really? Mecha Godzilla. Godzilla -1. That's cheesy.
Cheeses. Cheeses. No. Cheeses.
A lot of anime figures. The Jaws 50th anniversary, did you see they're just repackaging those with no cloth goods and just plastic? I don't know if I'm wasting my money on those things. On my way back to the toys, look, they got this $8.98. They got this Beavis and Butthead shirt. That's kind of cool. I like that. I don't like that one as much, but oh well. So yeah, back in the toys, we got some clearance. Yeah. He laughed. Farts are always funny, right? Need some more fart noises in the video. You remember back in the day when Darth Vader figures were cool to find them? Now they're just chilling on the shelf. And so their wrestling section is kind of small. There's that repackaged damn basic figure. Speaking of repackaged, look at this shit. Who's going to buy that? That's a Seth Rollins head on that Braun Breaker figure. Why did anybody need a Braun Breaker head? That's ridiculous. Got that NWA. Yeah, NWO for life.
You are a fucking idiot.
So we're going up into Target, the land of the big red balls. Guess it's better than the land of the big blue balls, right? Did I say that? So, gonna stroll to the section that we always look at. It looks like they got a few new figures. They got some of the legends. Godfather. That's been released, but he was in green before, so thanks for killing the value of that figure. And then we got another Kurt Angle. This is him a little later in life, I guess, with his Olympic gold medal. Anybody else back here? Oh, look. They got Carlito. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice. I skipped over the Rosie there. Hulk Hogan. Do we need another Hulk Hogan figure? But oh well. They got that 3-pack down there. I don't know. I might get that Carlito. I don't know. I'm trying not to buy wrestling figures as much now. I just don't have the room for them. Got some Star Wars chillaxing in there. Got some Motu Mecha Neck. You remember when the original Mecha Neck, his neck actually extended? This one, it's like the other one I saw. You just have to put the pieces together to make it look like it does. So we'll go over here to the Marvel section. Got a silly little Hulk plush there. Got a X-Men Professor X figure. Got a Bane figure mixed in over here. That's the Build-A-Figure of Bruce Wayne. Got the Ultimate Iron Man. That's all's there. And I only got Ultimate Miles Morales. Got the little mini comic book with them. And look, new DC figures. Holy shit. Our Man. Look at that. Looks like he's got a damn wrestling belt on. That's kind of cool. Got several of those. And what is this? That's pretty neat. I like that. Green Arrow. Oh, look at here. That's pretty neat too. That's a platinum edition. Icon. And another Batman. Wow. So we always talk about no DC stuff. Look, there's 4 new DC figures. And yes, I'll hang them back on the pegs. That platinum edition I'm going to look up. Got some Star Wars figures chillaxing over here. Don't look like it's a lot new. Stormtroopers. I know everybody Army builds those damn things. That's a cool vintage looking X-Wing fighter there. I've got the original one from back in the day. Anybody got their original Star Wars toys? It was pretty dead back here, man. There's not a lot. They got this last Ronin set. Got some Stranger Things plush. Got the last Ronin accessory set. What the hell comes in that? Oh well. If you collect that, that's about the only thing new in here. Everything's damn turtles up in here. Or as that one toy hunter says, a lot of turtle shit. That's kind of cool. I think that's a new Street Fighter figure. That's about it. The next stop on the hunt is Barnes & Noble Booksellers. Up front, let's actually look at some books. John Landis Horror Movie Monsters. I always loved this book. I own it. I highly recommend it, and not just for Gina Davis's tits there in the front. But
your titties are lovely.
Yeah, this is a really good book. A lot of history here. It goes back to, you know, the black and white days, creature features. Look at there. And then they got Ghostbusters. I recommend this book too. Especially if you like Ghostbusters. Really in depth. A lot of cool little swag items in here, like Post-its. And look at there. Diagrams, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
And then they got this Essential Horror Movies. And I like this because I bought it because it's got a lot of old poster artwork in it. And a lot of old behind the scenes photos. I love it. And it goes, there's Night of the Living Dead. And it does go into some of the more modern stuff. Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, look at there. There's Chucky. So it's got some new stuff in it too. So there's 3 books right there up front that you'll find in the cheap section. So speaking of cheap stuff, this says 50% off, but I don't know, man. It looks like a lot of the same stuff we've already seen. They do have the Ring 4K with the slipcover and the Crow. Got some Mission Impossible 6 Steelbook action there. Not much else over here. This place is going dry. On this side, it looks like they got some, I guess this is for like Memorial Day stuff. That's 40% off. Westworld DVD, Clint Eastwood collection. This is I think this is fairly new. Stanley Kubrick Full Metal Jacket Steelbook. Needs to be more than 20% off at that price. And look, Tombstone. If you don't want to spend all that money on that 4K Steelbook, you can still get it really cheap, along with that Netflix All Quiet on the Western Front. So some good options here if you want to get some older movies. But yeah, Tombstone on Blu-ray if you don't want to spend all that money. Still a good option. So I skipped over the anime section. One of you guys told me there was an anime sale. We'll look at that next week. So we're going to look at the TV stuff right now. Got the Twin Peaks stuff down there. I'm not seeing really anything new. Just drawing my attention. All the normal Star Trek stuff. Somebody must have been looking at this. The Section 31, there's the 4K with the slipcover. Couple of people that I trust say that this is not very good, so I have not bought it yet. So put in the comments down below what you think of that, what you think of this damn price. This Doctor Who stuff is a little expensive unless you can get it really cheap as far as discounts in here. Why do they still have this random stuff back in protective cases again? Got some of the family stuff. I'll just eyeball it. Not really seeing much. If you see anything, let me know when I'm back in here. I'll check it out. Got Knuckles on Blu-ray. Very underrated movie, Walt Disney's Angels in the Outfield. I really like that movie. So they did not stock any Criterion stuff, so they keep spreading out the A24 stuff over here. So I guess I'm shit out of luck about Criterions. I'll have to do everything online now. There's the A24 section though. It's got the script books. And then look over here on the end. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. That's a really good movie. They stock Twister. Doesn't say it's on sale. That's way cheaper in Walmart. Still got Gladiator listed at 50%. You know that's wrong. Then they got all of these wonderful CDs. Look at that whole... about a third of the section now is CDs and audiobooks.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
So let's just randomly go through here. They restocked The Abyss. I love that cover artwork of Alien Romulus. I almost want to get the Blu-ray with the slip instead of the 4K. We were talking about on the stream about the other night that I was in about more Creepshow releases. Conclave. I'd be cheap at 30% off. We also talked about Warner Brothers doing an excellent job of releasing great slipcovers or steelbook options. So see, you can still get Cool Hand Luke with an awesome slipcover, 30% off. So kudos to Warner Brothers for keeping their prices down and giving you multiple options and not forcing you into steelbooks if you don't want them.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
Death Becomes Her is a good option. Donovan's Reef was a recent release, so check out your Barnes & Noble for 4K from Kino. See, even they got Dune Part 2 with a slipcover still in here. It's cool. Elvira. There's the Evil Dead from Screen Factory with a slipcover, and then there's that first steelbook that I don't like. Get the new one that's at Walmart if you want to get that. See, Blazing Saddles without a slipcover now, so get them while you can because slipcovers don't last. Memorial Day coming up. Check out Born on the 4th of July. You can get that for 30% off. There's the Foul Play that we saw. The General's Daughter. Gladiator 2. What about down here? You can still get Terminator with a slipcover. I really like that slipcover. What else we got? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I had a 4K release as well. Not seeing a whole lot in here. They still got the Hacker Steelbook. Some Marx Brothers on DVD. I love the Marx Brothers. You guys love the Marx Brothers? That Mommy Dearest is still listed at 50% off. I don't think that price is right. Naked Gun, 4K Steelbook. What do you guys think of the remake coming out with Liam Neeson? Nightmare on Elm Street still got a slipcover in here. North by Northwest with a slip. So yeah, Warner Brothers is killing it. Especially in Barnes & Noble. They get the slipcovers. They don't get all the steelbooks. I did find Constantine in here on Steelbook before I could ever find it in Walmart. And with the discount, it wasn't that bad of a price. I think I got it 30% off, maybe 40% off. I think it was 30. They got Twister and Twisters down there. That Gene Wilder documentary right there, I've got that on Blu-ray. Highly recommend it if you love Gene Wilder, man. I really miss him. I loved him in the Richard Pryor movies. Did you guys like those? Put in the comment down below. What is your favorite Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor comedy? I think that's going to about do it in here. Maybe we'll go in one more store. Yeah, we'll hurry up and get into this Walmart. I'll look at one more just to, see if they got anything different. This Walmart is the one that got the retro slipcovers. Up front, they do have Paddington and Peru on Blu-ray. Last Breath on DVD. Not seeing too much. Hey, at least they got that on Blu-ray right there. Mufasa the Lion King. The Unbreakable Boy. Hard Eyes, no clue why they just got it on DVD. That's stupid. Ape X Mecha Ape. I also came in here to pick up a Mother's Day card from my wife. So happy Mother's Day. I think this will post around Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and all you mothers. Just give it a quick glance to see if they got anything different over here. Looks like same shit moved over here to the side. And this is the store where they put everything behind glass. Bloody Axe Wound. There's Section 31 DVD. I don't even know why they put DVDs behind glass. This is stupid. Armor's 15 still. What's over here? And this is where the TV stuff starts. So they got Sopranos, The Baywatch, Blue Bloods, Night Court. At least that Abomination sequel series got canceled. I hated that thing. Not seeing too much else. They got a good selection in here, though. You never see any employees. If I really wanted some of the shit, I'd never be able to get it because there's nobody over here to help you. This is back to just some regular releases. Abigail just released, they said the Shout/Screen Factories are doing a 4K of that. That Jack Ryan said, I highly recommend that. That's a great deal for those movies in 4K. A lot of anime stuff here. And you can get my first coloring book, my first words, and Potty Time with Bean. So I won't bore you to death. I'll just give you a quick glance. This was the glow covers again. I don't really see anything different in here. Looks the same. That Mars Attacks is cool. Let's go around the corner. Look, they got this 90s display and actually has some 90s movies in it. Army of Darkness. Got that 2-film collection. Got the Mummy trilogy. Major Payne. Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore 2-pack. It's a great deal for $10. Got the complete series of Hercules for $40. Rush Hour. Most of this. Why is Dexter's Laboratory over here? That 3-movie Laugh Pack is cool. That's you can get House Sitter in that. Very underrated Steve Martin movie. Got a Van Damme double feature. Reservoir Dogs. At least they got some fucking Blu-rays over here finally. The Fresh Prince, Blair Witch T2, Ghost. So yeah, check out your stores. They swapped out the vintage retro covers and got a 90s display. Over here they got a ton of anime figures. There's something on clearance. What else they got? Damn, look at all this shit. Got some statues up there. Hey, wait, this is cool looking. DC Multiverse build a Darkseid figure. What is this? Wow, that's weird looking. Might have to check those out. 2 different stores having new DC figures after one of you guys asked me about that. Got a few things clearanced here, not much. That's where the Halloween Ends figure was. It was $20, and then you got the Silence of the Lambs clearance for $20. I might have to pick up one of those. But let's look at these closer. So here is, it says Aquaman. Almost looks like an Aqua Woman. Yeah, I got the Gizmo playing in the background. There's a Batman. These are like different colors. It's kind of weird. But those are all platinum editions right there. Check them out. Check them out. There's a regular Batman. What's behind here? Let's see. There's what the Superman looks like. So they don't have the Flash or Aquaman, the regular versions, because I wouldn't want to build that red Darkseid. But over here on the other side, they do have some more clearance. Pokemon for $7. Those lights for $2. Those skate decks for $5. So look out for the anime stuff being on clearance as well. We saw Bloody Disgusting recently, but let's take a look online and see what else we can find. So hey, what's up everybody? We're going to check online, see what movies came out this week, see what we could have bought. And this is for May the 6th, 2025. Obviously, I'm doing this after the week. You know, the releases came out on Tuesday. So we're starting here with Disney. We got the 4K of, is it Lilo or Lilo and Stitch? I already have that on Blu-ray, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, I like the movie, but I don't really need to upgrade that in 4K. I'm okay with my Blu-ray. I don't think I've watched it since I got the Blu-ray. So since I first watched it. So either way, What Lies Beneath. I think that's a very underrated movie. I don't think a lot of people talk about that movie enough. Harrison Ford, Michelle Pfeiffer, my wife and I went to see that in the theater back in the day. I really like it. This is the 25th anniversary of that movie. Got a couple criterions here. Umbrellas of Cherbourg. And then In the Heat of the Night. I would pick those up later, maybe during the next Criterion sale. Fallen in Love, a movie with Meryl Streep there and Robert De Niro. Then we've got the Ultraman Trigger. I'm not much into Ultraman. You got the Seed of the Sacred Fig. You've got the Gladiator 1 and 2. This is the 4K Steelbook double pack. Talked about that on the live stream that I just did with the guys about physical media this past week on Mega Mike, the Movie Man's channel. That's an Amazon exclusive, and they said it does have a separator in between where the Steelbooks are. We got Dance or Die. I don't know much about that. We got Girl Hell 1999. I like Killing Flies. I don't know much about that. Gushing Prayer. Tom Lyer Silent Film Collection. The Empire. Enter the Panther starring Bruce Lee. Star Trek 10 movie collection. As you can see, there's not a lot out this week. Burp. I don't even know what that is. Got some anime stuff. We got some Blu-ray 3Ds of The Virgin in Hollywood, White Zombie, and Tormented. That's all that's listed. Then you got UFO The Complete. I don't know what that is. Shad Files. There's really nothing else out as far as this week. It's a really, really, really light week. So I'll show you whether I actually picked anything up at the end of the video. I'll actually show you what I picked up in the haul video that'll come after this one. But let's go ahead and get home and let's close this video out. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. JeffMan316 here, your pop culture reporter. JeffMan316 live on Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. We usually watch along to a movie right here on this channel. So come along, join us for the fun. We watch stuff on Tubi usually, so everybody can have access to it. Sometimes we watch stuff out of the collection, but the point is we come together, we talk about pop culture, we talk about physical media, we talk about movies, anything you guys want, sometimes even wrestling. So yeah, hopefully you guys come over and join us for the live streams. Hopefully you're watching my other videos. I got the little thing, collector's edition DVD. Yeah, DVD. Well, why do I have that DVD out? Watch that new video that I just put out there about sometimes you need to keep your DVDs. Yeah, other videos. I celebrated Friday the 13th, the 45th anniversary of that, so watch that. Got a lot of good stuff coming up on the channel. The haul portion is obviously always second. If you're new to the channel, I always do the haul portion for the week of the movies I picked up from this week's releases, this past week's. In a separate video, I've got a Shout Factory / Scream Factory unboxing that I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do a follow-up video to that DVD one where I talk about a couple movies that you really do need to keep the DVDs because of some cool features. And then I'm also, one of you guys suggested I mentioned Gatefold VHS in that last video, that I do a video about that, and I'm probably going to do that too. So a lot of good content coming up. So don't forget to continue supporting the channel. And how can you do it? Well, the easiest way is like, comment, subscribing, and sharing. Get the channel out there. Talk about it with your friends. Tell everybody to subscribe. And once they subscribe or you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell because you'll know when I post new videos. So hopefully you guys will keep supporting me and I'll keep making great content. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.